There's this invisible force that's kind of running our lives, right? It dictates our stress levels, our ambitions, our day-to-day. And yeah, I'm talking about time, and this crazy, frenzied race we all seem to be in against it.
I mean, you've felt this before, haven't you? That constant nagging pressure, the feeling that time is just slipping through your fingers and you can never quite keep up. It's an anxiety that pretty much everyone on the planet can relate to.
And it's not just some vague feeling, is it? It gets really, really specific. You might find yourself asking these huge questions like, when is it going to be my time? Or, seriously, how much time do I actually have to get all this stuff done? Whether you're trying to develop your voice, build a brand, or grow a community, it can feel like all these massive goals have a really tight deadline.
Okay, but hang on. What if we have this all wrong? What if the clock on the wall isn't the real enemy here? What if the real battle is actually happening right inside our own heads, a battle over how we perceive time itself?
This brings us to our first really powerful idea, a total reframe. Time is relative. It's not some fixed thing that just marches forward at the same pace for everybody. Nope. Our experience of it, how we actually feel it passing, can change dramatically. Just look at the two sides of the coin here. When we're all stressed out and rushing, we get trapped in this scarcity mindset. We're totally convinced we don't have enough time. But when we're truly present, right here in the moment, our whole experience shifts. We stop focusing on what we're lacking, and we start focusing on our state of being. And that's when we can tap into this feeling that time is actually limitless. Just think about a moment of pure joy, or a really deep connection with someone. When you're completely absorbed in it, a single moment can feel like it stretches on forever. The clock didn't change, your awareness did. So, if our perception of time can be so flexible, what else is possible? Well, that leads us right into our second big reframe. Time is expansive. It can actually feel abundant. We've all been there, right? When you're completely lost in something you love, with people you really enjoy, time just seems to open up. It doesn't shrink, it actually expands. You get that amazing feeling like you've got all the time in the world. Now, pop culture tells a totally different story. It feeds us this narrative that when you're in your 20s, time is everywhere. It's abundant. But by the time you hit your 50s or 60s, watch out. It's a limited resource and it's running out fast. And it is so easy to fall into that trap.
But here's the key takeaway, the real game changer. We can actively fight back against that cultural story. By training ourselves to be present, almost like building a muscle, we can experience that feeling of expansive time at any age. It's a skill, not a circumstance, and it lets us treat time like an abundant resource we can access whenever we want. Okay, so if time is relative and it's expansive, how do we actually get there? How do we do it? Our third reframe is the most practical one of all. You have to relax into time. The big secret is to just stop fighting it. It all starts with a few simple, deliberate actions. First, just breathe and consciously slow yourself down. The next step is to quiet that frantic voice in your head. You know the one that's always telling you you're behind schedule. When you can turn the volume down on that inner dialogue, you can actually soothe yourself. And it's from that calm, soothed place, that's where the magic happens. That's when you can truly tap into your best ideas and your creativity.
Now, when you start putting these three ideas together, something really incredible starts to happen. You realize that you have so much more control, so much more power over your life and how you experience time than you ever thought possible.
So let's just remember the journey we took here. We started by seeing that time is relative. It's all shaped by our state of being. Then we discovered it can be expansive, a huge, abundant resource we can tap into. And finally, we found out the key is to simply relax into it. Because really, it all comes down to a choice. The power is completely in your hands. You get to decide what kind of frame you put around your time. Is it going to be a cage, or is it going to be a wide open field?
And that's the question I really want to leave you with. If you can shift your perspective from scarcity to abundance, from a frantic race to a steady rhythm, what becomes possible? If time is your canvas, what kind of masterpiece are you going to create?